Hi guys. So, I have a few minutes. I look crazy. I've only been out to bed a little bit, but I'm here picking up my cousin's mom and dad. They live at this assisted living place here. And no, I'm not in my car. This is John's car, and it is a mess. I feel like I need, I don't know, some Lysol or something. It's real dirty. Anyway. So, I know I said that I was going to get on there the other day and, update everyone. Things have been crazy. I've been working on my little sticker business and working on a whole new, hand-drawn stickers and whatnot. I feel like I'm moving. I talk with my hands, guys, so let me see if I can... Okay, that works. So... working on a pastel fall line, and I'll be also doing a pastel winter line. I don't like that. Guys, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like where I'm at. Anyway, sorry, getting back to the point. I've had a rough weekend. A real rough weekend. So Friday, I wasn't feeling the greatest. Had really kind of just exerted myself and got myself really wore down. And so, Saturday rolled around and I got my first sticker order done and ready to be shipped out to my customer. And I was super excited because, this is the first time I'd ever done anything like that. I got something sticky, probably my coffee. See, I can't even focus, guys. Okay, back to Saturday. Stay focused, Jordy. Back to Saturday. Went to the post office. I've got two post offices. One is literally I can walk to it. It's right down the street from my house. Well, apparently on Saturdays, that one is all bougie and they ain't open. So, I drove down. First off, my car was acting crazy. So I borrowed Grandma's car and drove down to it. And I get there and it's, pretty empty, but it's one of them ones where people can go into their lock boxes and stuff. Get over and lay down, Maddox. And so I didn't think nothing about it. Story time, did I end up in an episode SVU or something, SVU, Special Victims Unit. Yeah, I said that right. So I go in and I'm super occupied, my little mind's all on stickers and trying to get it mailed out and real happy. I go in and it's this long hallway and there's some desks and things in there. And then, the wall of mailboxes. Well, it's quiet and it's dark and I didn't think nothing about it, so I go up to the big double doors and I pull on it, it's locked, and I kind of peer through the blinds, and I see that they're not open, and I'm like, I'm talking to myself because I'm crazy. So, I was like, oh, well, they must not be open. I'll drive on down to the other post office. So, I turn around, and boom, right down in front of me is this extremely large man. I'm assuming he was homeless because he had stuff piled up under those desks and things. And he looked real disheveled. And I don't normally get nervous. I love homeless people. I interact with them quite often. I go out, I give them rides, I give them money. I do what I can to help when I am able to help. I've never had an issue out of a homeless person before. This guy, I think, was off his nut. Needed psychiatric help. I kid you not. My husband is a big man. He's 6'2", nearly, pushing 400 pounds. He's a big dude. This guy would have made John look small. He had to been 6'4", 6'5", maybe 400 to 500 pounds. Big old black guy. And he had his hair kind of in dreads, but they were all knotted up, kind of up on his head, or he had it tied up. I don't know. He had dreads. He was a big old black guy. His tennis shoes were not tied or anything like that. And he wasn't speaking. I turn around, and he's just standing there like in this stance with his fists balled up, and I thought to myself, oh God, I'm gonna die. I almost got killed, guys. I'm trying to get through the story, but anyway, so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, because he was real close to me, and I thought maybe I'd cut him off, and it didn't dawn on me that he was a homeless guy until after I was being strangled by him. Okay, let me get to that. So I'm looking up at this guy, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm little bitty, and I walk around him. I was like, have a nice day. As I'm walking around him, he is fast as a damn rabbit, grabbed me by my shirt, whipped me around, slung me into the locked mailboxes, which are metal, so I had all that going up in my back. And I'm in shock at this point, and I don't know if I should, start trying to kick and scream, and of course, instinct kicked in, and after the initial shock wore off, he started saying something to me. He's like, you can't have my stuff. And I'm like, I don't want your stuff. I was like, I'm just here to mail some stuff. And I was like, they were closed. I'm going to go down to the other post office. I was not yelling or screaming because I wanted him to possibly not kill me. I thought if I stayed calm, maybe he would be calm. No. He told me out his own mouth, he said, I'm going to kill you. He said, I'm going to enjoy it. At that point, I lost it. Like, he had me like this by my arms, pushing me up against this wall. I was up off the floor. He had me squeezing me, pushing me into this wall of mailboxes, and telling me that he's going to kill me and he's going to enjoy it. And I absolutely was freaking out. There was nothing I could do. And I said, I asked him, I was just like, why are you going to kill me? I was like, can I at least ask before I die? That way I obviously know, like, did I offend you? Did I do something to you? And he's like, because I can. Oh, and at that point, when he said because I can, I knowed he was psychologically just crazy. Like, nobody says that. Nobody says they're going to kill you just because they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's psychotic. I watch enough Criminal Minds to know these things. So, here I am in a big cement building by myself with a freaking huge man. Huge dude. And I'm looking around, and at this point I start screaming. I'm like, help, screaming to the top of my lungs. Like, I lost my voice for a little while, like, after that. Anyway, no, he told me, you can scream all you want. He said, no one's going to hear you. So at that point, I was like, I started praying. I started asking God to forgive me for my sins, because I knowed I was gone. Because there was no one there. It was Saturday in the morning time. There was nobody around. And so I started screaming to the top of my lungs, and he proceeded to take his forearm like this, this part of his arm right here, and like started pressing it against my chest real hard like this when I started screaming. And he said, this is going to be fun. And I was crying, and like I was asking him, I was like, please just, let me go. Hold on a minute. Hi guys, sorry, so I had to pause my video back there in the middle of my vlog, sorry. So back to story time. So Saturday, I was at the post office, and I told y'all this big old black guy was like crazy off his nut and decided he's going to sling me into the wall of boxes. Well, anyway, while he's proceeding to tell me that he wants to kill me and how fun it's going to be that he's going to kill me, I'm screaming to the top of my lungs. He takes his arm and like pushes me back across my throat, and I see a guy walking, because I could see through the glass door, and I start screaming to the top of my lungs like, help, 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 help. And then at this time, he started pressing even harder on my throat, and I didn't think that man heard me, because he just kept on walking. And at this point, he starts squeezing my throat even harder to the point where it felt like it was crushing my vocal cords, and I think that's why I'm having trouble speaking the last few days. And I started feeling like I was going to pass out, or like, I was blacking out. I started seeing all these little, like, speckles and things going on, and like it was getting dark. I think I was dying. I'm not sure. But anyway, as he's proceeding to choke me and tell me that he's going to kill me and all this and that, this man decides to, I guess for whatever reason, like maybe he heard me or something, but he did come into the building, and he was not a big guy, or he's a little bitty dude, but he pulled on that man's shirt. He was calling him, which I don't agree with, the N-word and things like that. I think to try and maybe distract him, or to get him to let me go and maybe come after him. He was hitting him in his back. He was pulling on his shirt. He was calling him everything under the sun. And I, meanwhile, hanging by his arm across my neck. I'm like, the guy told me after he got him off of me, like I was purple and like I was, not barely there. And so he says he's going to call the police. And like, so he calls the police, and it took them, keep in mind, guys, I was right across the road from I'm assuming the courthouse or something. There's always police over there. It took them 20 minutes for a police officer to come and assess the situation. I don't know. But anyway, that guy, apparently when the other guy that saved me or whatever said he was going to call the police, he took off running. And the police, when they finally did get there, and we gave our statement and things, and like they asked me, did I need an EMT or anything? And I said no, that I was just super sore. And he said that there was 2 other people that had made a complaint about a man fitting that description in this area, that he has assaulted 2 other people. And I'm thinking, y'all need to be telling the news people. Y'all need to be saying something, letting the public know that there is a 6'5", 500-pound man running around hurting people. Like, I mean, if that guy hadn't come and opened up the door when he did, I would have died. There was nobody there. And this guy had me in his grasp. I couldn't kick. I couldn't scream, like he was choking me. I was already starting to, like, fade out and, like, couldn't see anything by the time that man had came in and seen what was going on. So, anywho, that happened Saturday. And I almost died. So, then Sunday, I recover a little bit, and it's my cousin Jordan's, they bought him a home and things, him and his little boyfriend and stuff, and like they got him a home, and like it was a housewarming party and things like that. So like they moved from here to West Virginia, so it was about a little over 2 hours away. So I had to travel to West Virginia the next day. Well, on the way back from West Virginia, my car, that's why I'm in John's car, because my pretty car, decides it's going to just stop in the middle of West Virginia. Like, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know. It was like Redneck Central, and I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but I mean, I've never been to a truck stop, ever. My car broke down at a truck stop at night with a bunch of crazy men wandering around. Keep in mind that I was already assaulted just Saturday by a man, so I was super leery of sitting in my car at a truck stop at night alone. So that happened the very next day, and so John had to take my cousin's mom and dad home because she was on oxygen. Our home, we were still like an hour away from the house. So I told John, I was like, I'll roll my windows up. I'll lock my doors. Me and Maddox will sit here with the car. I said, you take Shirley home. I'll call roadside assistance. Let me tell you, I pay out the ass for full coverage insurance. And my roadside assistance tells me that they could not tow me home. I was 49 minutes from my house. They could not tow my car from there to there without me paying an extra $140 when I have full coverage insurance and pay out the ass to them. So, on top of having such a bad day and everything that went on, that happened. So, but anyway, my friend's coming back out to bank. Like, I'll holler back at you. Hold on. Okay, guys, so I'm back for a 3rd time. I'm out and about, so this is probably going to be the only time that I have to record and talk about, what was going on this weekend. So we're now at our little Walmart. He needed to go in and get his medicine and something else, I don't know. But anyway, so the big dude was going nuts. He kept saying, like, you can't have my stuff, you can't have my stuff. And I'm like, I don't want your stuff. And, like, I was trying to diffuse the situation. I was like, are you hungry? Like, do you need some money? I was like, I really like your shirt. I don't know. Anything I could do to try to talk to him and keep him calm, because I knew that he was not right or whatever, that, or that he was right and he just didn't, he was just a crazy, evil person. But he said, no, I got money. And his voice, he had a very flat tone. Like, there was no compassion at all. So he didn't know. I was like, yes, ma'am. Okay. But yeah, so I was literally almost murdered Saturday morning. Did a police report. They're saying that, there's nothing they can do, and that I'll be getting something in the mail. And I was like, okay. And then, like, they was questioning me and this guy, like, did we assault the other guy? I said he was too big to assault. I was like, this is a huge man, a young man, maybe look to be, mid-20s, early 30s, like a young man. The very large, strong young man. I mean, I'm like 150, 160 pounds, and like he grabbed me and slung me into the wall, and I was hanging from his arms. Like, he had me pinned to the wall for a good, 15 minutes while he was telling me he was going to kill me. So he's super strong, super, like, huge, and he was agitated. And I don't know if somebody had agitated him prior to me showing up, but I was talking to him, I was trying to be nice, and even after it was all said and done, the man that saved me, I was grateful, but, I told him, I was like, you shouldn't have called him those names, because I was like, that was wrong, like, I was like, and he said that he wasn't prejudiced against black people, but he was trying to distract him, or to get him angry at him, so he would let me go, and I was grateful for him trying to help me, but I told him, I said, you shouldn't have called him all those names, because it hurt me, you know what I'm saying, like, it hurt to hear someone call someone the N-word, or, he called him, coon. I'm about to cry thinking about it. Anyway, he called him a coon, and a monkey boy, and an N-word, and I told him, I said, I am super grateful that you helped me, but I was like, he might not have been all there, and it was, I said, you shouldn't call people that. I mean, it was very inhumane. It was just really emotional. Look at me crying. I mean, I swear, the man tried to kill me, and I still feel sorry for him, and, I got problems, y'all. But anyway, it was hurtful, but I was grateful at the same time, that he was trying to help me, and that he did help me. Anyway, the police was questioning us, like, did we provoke him? Did we hit him? I mean, I understand why he was asking the questions, but at the same time, I was like, I almost died, and I'm purple in the face, and you're worried that we assaulted him. I was like, question mark. But anyway, so that happened Saturday, and Sunday, went to West Virginia, which is about 2 hours away, to my friend's house, and then on the way back, like I said, my car broke down. Oh my God, speaking of West Virginia, guys, I've never been, like I said, to a truck stop. I've only ever seen them on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like on TV shows, you know, movies. Never been to one. That place was booming. I mean, it was crazy. Non-stop traffic. People like tailgating in the parking lot. Hey, Frank, did you get that? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, come over, let's have a barbecue. We'll barbecue right here. I got my grill in the back of the truck. And I was like, anyway, it was crazy. Never in my life. And as it got dark, the more dark it got, the more crazy, shady people decided to show up and join the parking lot, you know, the place. So, it was crazy. It was out there. It was a new experience that I don't ever want to experience again, I'll just tell you that. Also, while driving through West Virginia, there were these big tunnel things. Like, I thought I was at like a border crossing. It looked just like a border crossing thing, like where you go into like Canada or something. I'm driving along, and here sits this building in the middle of the highway. I kid you not, it looked like an Empire State Building or something. Like there's big cement windows and walls, and like there's lights and there's signs everywhere. And I'm driving along, and I'm like, what is this? I didn't know if I was supposed to stop or have a passport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd never seen nothing like that. Ever. So, I'm driving along, and then like I get into this, you drive up to this big building that looks like it's just sitting in the middle of the highway. And there's lights and trucks and people and stuff painted orange and yellow, and I'd never, ever been in one. And it startled me. It was weird. So, like, I'm driving through this little tiny tunnel thing, and, like, there's lights flickering, and, like, I don't have seizures or anything like that, but it reminded me of one of those things, like, when you have seizures and they, like, no flashing lights. I was dizzy. By the time I made it through this big old scary tunnel thing, I was dizzy, and, like, all the lights had me disoriented. I was lucky I hadn't crashed my car into a wall. Like, it was crazy. So, John is behind me, you know, following me, because we had to take 2 cars. And so I call him up. He called me, actually. I was just getting ready to call him, and I'm like, oh my God, I never want to do that again, I said. And he's like, well, we got to come back through it. We get about a mile up a road, maybe 2 miles up a road. There's another tunnel. Same thing. Looked like a big old building sitting in the middle of the highway. And, like, lots of crazy lights and things, and, like, weird signs, and put your headlights on. And here I had sunglasses on, not realizing I had sunglasses on. So it made the tunnel that much more dark. It was crazy. And I realized on the way home, oh, I had sunglasses on, dummy. So I had to take my sunglasses off. Needless to say, this weekend has been an experience. Okay, an experience. So then, yesterday, Monday, is that yesterday, guys? See, Monday, I'm thinking that's yesterday. Jonathan's mom and dad comes down from Kentucky. They live about 2 hours away. They get to us, and then we drive an hour into West Virginia to pick up my car, or to try to get it home. And so we get there, and the car is acting completely fine, other than when they, you know, try to check the coolant thing or whatever. Like, it was bone dry, and we needed to put water in it, because the gas station place had a complete auto parts store inside this gas station, because it was huge, but they didn't have no coolant. So, like, we're dumping water in the car, trying to get it, you know, find things, and it just kept taking it and taking it and taking it. Come find out, it was coming out the bottom. So there's a hole somewhere. There's a leak somewhere of some sorts. And we like to have never got my car home. So, in the meantime, it's home, it's parked, but I'm having to use John's work car for my daily running, and then just tell you, it's awful. And now the car lot says they'll tow it from my house to there but like can't get nothing done. So I don't know, guys. I'll keep you updated, but needless to say, this is why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been posting a whole lot. I've been working on my stickers. I've been trying to recover from being murdered at the post office. Trying to recover from the trip, and like I sat in the car for over 4 hours at this truck stop, like with the windows barely cracked, burning up, because I was afraid to keep my windows down, because that place was booming and there were strange people and walking from, you know, all over. There was semis in and out, just lots of stuff going on. So I was afraid. Maddox, get up here and sit down. Sit down. Guys, I think we're about to have a storm or something. Like, look at them clouds. It's getting dark. Anyway, so I'm trying to recover my throat. I've got my voice back. Still a little scratchy, but it's just from where he, you know, had his arm pressed against me. But I'm getting better. I survived thanks to that man. If that man hadn't went walking by, y'all would be, you know, hearing John talk about funeral arrangements, because he was gonna kill me. So anyway, lots going on. Been working on my stickers, been trying to get my little business up and going, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to really do anything. But I love you guys, and I will definitely keep you updated on the crazy situation and let you guys know what the letter thing. The police said I was supposed to receive like a letter or something in the mail, and I'll let you guys know what that is when it arrives. Okay, all right, bye-bye. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for returning. I know I'm crazy. And as always, also please keep saying prayers for Baby Grayson. He's doing great, but Sissy's still not able to bring him home because he's still, you know, in the NICU and things. Also, please keep praying for little Summer Wells, for her to be found. And pray for my situation. I've got everything under the sun going on, so just keep me in your thoughts, guys. Love y'all. Bye.